Hello, everybody, and welcome back. If you remember in the last episode, we were working on handling some trash so that we could dispose of it ourselves instead of hauling it to the border, and still continuing construction on the new farm area. So let's see how everything's turning out. So you can see over here, right here, all our trash sorting is done. So all the different technical service offices will drop off into this location. Then we have this distribution center that's set to pick everything up and take it to where it needs to go. So this container is going to will hold just metal scrap, plastic scrap, and aluminum scrap. This one holds hazardous waste and construction waste in case we happen to find it, which we are getting some because you'll notice some of our buildings over here in reconstruction mode. This one holds nothing but biological, and then this one holds all of our mixed waste. Then what they'll do is they'll haul it over here. So the biological waste will go into here, where it will be pulled into our composting plant mixed with a little bit of chemicals, and then it will kick out fertilizer and a little bit of mixed waste. The rest of the mixed waste gets dropped off here to run into our incinerator, which burns it up, and then sends it out here where, if you look at it, most of it is ash. That ash will slowly dissipate, so we'll just have to keep an eye on this and see if it starts to fill up. The hazardous materials are delivered directly into the incinerator where they're also burned. And then over here we set up a metal recycling plant. So we can drop our metal scrap off here, it'll come into here, and then we'll turn it into steel at about a 2-for-1. So we get 19 steel for 36 metal scrap. We don't generate a lot of metal scrap right now, so we only got one person working in there, and they're more than capable of keeping up with the demand. But we are going to be starting a lot of deconstruction and everything, so we will be getting a lot more metal scrap, construction scrap, and stuff like that. So if we come out here to the farms, you can see we've got this little area all built. This is mostly in, we're working on this right now. This is going to be a distribution office that's going to pick up fuel from the border there and keep the gas stations and the farm fueled. And then got this area is done here. This is finishing up. This one's done. We're working on running all our power out here so that we can make sure our fuel stations in the farm are powered up so that they can get fuel kept in them. And that's where we're at for right now. We had some issues here. You'll notice like our happiness has dropped quite a bit. It was quite a bit lower than what it was there because this train platform got overloaded. There were too many people here, and the majority of the people, there's like 450, 500 people just waiting for alcohol. So I went ahead and broke down, and we put in a little pub over here so that everybody can come and get their alcohol and make them happy and stop cluttering up our train station here. So our unemployment had spiked to like almost 30% because workers just couldn't even use the train platform because there were so many people waiting to go try and get booze. We've been kind of cleaning this up a little bit. You see I got the 2 new train distribution offices set here. One is this one right here, is specifically just set up to sell products at the border. So all it does is go over here to Vittlesville and pick up food, clothes, fabric, and alcohol, and take those to the border and sell them. And then it comes over here and it will load bricks and prefab if they're over 60% full, and then it will load concrete from here, or cement, sorry, if that's over 80% full. And the only delivery it makes is just to keep steel full. Then this one right here is the one that makes all our deliveries, so it picks up all of our fabric, food, clothing, all that stuff, and delivers it to this warehouse here for that market, this warehouse here for that market. It also handles bringing in coal from here for there and for over here, and picking up gravel from there and bringing it over here to keep the rail construction office fully stocked. And so it does buy coal and electronics from the border. All of this is trying to correct the problem of we're getting a lot of rail traffic through here and a lot of jams, and it's holding up our trains with our workers. So lots of times you come over here and like there's nobody in here. I got a train coming in. That one's got 197 people. That one's got 223 people on it. This one's got another 250 people on it. It's just been a big bottleneck, and that's why we moved the distribution center from there. We really need to clean up this intersection, this mess here. There's just too many intersections too close to each other, and the trains are starting to get backlogged, which means we need to pull our passenger rail service off onto its own dedicated system. So we need to work on setting up a metro. But to set up a metro, you've got to electrify those rails. That can consume a lot of power which we don't produce, because while this does produce some power, you can see there's really not that much garbage right now that we're burning. This is pretty well cycling through all the garbage as fast as we're producing it. You come over here, there's only 12 tons sitting in here. If you bring up our garbage overlays, go 3,000 meters, you can see nobody really may have got 62 tons there, or 62% there, but most of these buildings and everything, the trash is not that high. And the only reason why these show so high, like this one shows, what's on fire? Okay, there is somebody coming to take care of that. There's a couple spots over here where my fire coverage doesn't quite reach, so I got to kind of monitor that. You see, like, all this over here is pretty well empty. This is all pretty well empty. This is all pretty well empty. But anyways, as I was saying, that is way over. Why is that so overstocked? You've got garbage cans. You can get there. We'll just put in a bypass here. Maybe that will help. You don't pick up from... Why do you not pick up from here? That is... It's connected in. We built that road. We built that. Is that... Okay, I'm not understanding... why they're not picking that up. But what I was saying before is if you look at this one, the only reason it's showing 77% full is because we have 3 mixed waste containers and one of them is full. We still have plenty of room for biological waste, metal scrap, aluminum scrap, everything. So it's really not as full as it says it is. It's just one of the particular pieces that you're sorting is that full. This still concerns me though. All right, where you don't reach. Why does nobody reach this? Whoops, no, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, that's connected. Is it? Make sure it's not a one-way road. Was that a one-way road? Was that the problem? Okay, so now you're showing you'll cover that road. Why? Not a one-way, not a one-way. Are you going over there? Where are you going? Yes, okay. I must have accidentally had that little section right there as a one-way road. So now they're going to take care of that. All right. That'll clean that up. Anyways, so we want to break off our passenger rail. You see, like, we got a train sitting there right now. This. But we need to be able to electrify the rails to run a metro. If we want to run a metro. Which means we really need to start looking at generating our old power. Now we could do coal, but we still have to get rid of this entire hill over here to be able to get coal. Because remember, our coal deposit is right here on the top of the hill. Right dead smack in the middle. So I can't get coal processing and everything up right here without doing a lot of terraforming. And our iron is right here. So I would like to set up steel processing here, which means I just really need to take out this whole hill. That's something that we'll do off camera. But anyway, so we need to generate our own power. So coal is not on the table right now. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to our next phase, which is oil processing, which I already came out here to where our oil fields are and started putting in all the pump jacks. So we got 3 pump jacks here. We've got 4 pump jacks here. Another 4 there, 2 there, 3 more over here. And then we're going to go ahead and set up oil processing right here and pump everything from there over to here. And then we can tie this into there as well. So that's what we're going to be working on today's episode. So for that, what you need, we'll go to fossil fuels, oil. We need an oil refinery. Okay. So the oil refinery takes 500 workers, and it converts 250 oil a day into 125 fuel and 75 bitumen, which bitumen we use a little bit for asphalt, but we don't really use that much. So that's a good product that we can be exporting. It also produces 21 tons of mixed waste, 18 tons of hazardous waste per, or that's what it can store, sorry. Production. So it produces 3.1 tons of garbage every day. It also produces a lot of pollution. So we want to make sure we're far enough away from our town, because we already have pollution problems with the heating plant being right there. See, this guy keeps getting stuck. That's why we need to redo all of this. But also while we're here, come over here to power. Gas power plant. So a gas power plant takes in 8.8 tons of crude oil and produces over 1,000 megawatt hours of power. So we can pump the oil from over there, split it up between the gas power plant and the oil refinery, make our own fuel, have some bitumen to sell, and be producing our own power, which will then let us start setting up electrified rails and metro and all that kind of stuff. So first things first, we need to go ahead and get a good measurement in here. We want to be about 1,000 meters away. Because that's, so we want to be, let's put a little line in here. We want to be on this side of the line. Okay, so let's take we want our power plant. We want the main high voltage wires exiting on that side. So right about there. Then our oil plant, we want our output. We want an output anyways, going that way. So about there. Okay. Then we need liquids. We'll go above ground. We want storages. So I do have some modded oil storages. So if you look, so like this one comes with the game, it's 1,500 tons. Okay. Then, whoops. Then this one, which you can see is substantially bigger, is a modded one. That holds 5,000 tons. And then two of those together, 10,000 tons. So especially since the fuel plant requires, we don't want that. We don't want any of that. Get out of there. Since the fuel plant requires so many workers, it won't be running at full capacity, but the pump jacks over here remember, they only need power to run. So we don't need to send people over there. So we might as well try to maximize as much as we can out of this. So we want to I'm going to go ahead and put in one of these modded tanks here. We will go ahead and put that right there. And we'll go from here into there, and from here into there. Okay. So we got that set up. Then we're going to need, so let's go ahead and put road between there. We need trash services. So we'll put some trash there. And then we also want to go ahead and run a fire station out here just for some extra coverage, because we don't want any of this stuff burning down. And the one nice thing about the small fire station is if you take it over here, it doesn't need heat. It produces its own heat. It needs water, plumbing, and electrical. But if you go with like the medium one, it needs heat. The big one, it needs heat. So if we go with the small one, we don't need to run heat out here. We just need to run sewage and water, which we're going to run anyways because we're going to have workers out here. So we will go ahead and put that right there. And run that to there. And across, like, oh, that's still not done. Dang it. We're asphalting this road. Just got the roller out there, but you see it's a very long road, so it's going to take it quite a bit of time. So let's go ahead and just take that back for right now. We'll leave that broken up. They can just run. The electrical problem is because this and this are only powered when this is running. So once this runs out of garbage to process, it stops producing power, so they turn off, and so we get that error message. All right, back to here. Then we need that into there. Okay, so that's that basic setup. Now, we do already have a fuel loading station here, but that's just a little tiny one. We want a bigger one. And we also need to make sure we're bringing in workers. So Let's go to liquids, loading and unloading. No. Yep, so we want this one right here. So it's got 4 rails that come in. And we will go ahead and put that there. And we need a small train platform. Which will go there. And we'll put on all the rails and everything later. So that's going to be just out of power range there, so we will need a substation over there. Yeah, we'll deal with all that later. Alright, so what we want, so over here, we've got ins and outs on both sides. Perfect. And we'll also put in, just in case we need it, it's always good to have a loading and unloading area for trucks. Which we can go ahead and put that in right there. Alright, then. So this, we're going to have we want to be able to store a lot of fuel. And we're just going to go big. We're just going to go big because that's what we do in the Republic. We go big. So we're going to store 10,000 tons of fuel right there. And then bitumen, we don't use that much, so we don't need as big of a storage. So we'll go ahead and set that up there. Then we want a pumping station, 1 in and 3 out. Well, hold on. First, let's from you to there to there. From you to there. And will that, just in case. Let's just go underground because it'll be easier to measure. It can go in there. That way, just in case we ever need to drop off oil there, we can. We'll go ahead and put that in for right now. All right, fuel 3 and fuel pump 3 into 1, or 1 out, 1 in, 3 out. That is going to go there. Then we also need above ground. This into there. This come around here. Come this way. Go up over that one. So we're going to need 2 of these. All right, let's move you. Because we want to be able to pick up bitumen here and fuel. just in case. So we need to set 2 of these up. So let's go. You know what? We'll go up here for right now. So you there. You there. Then this pipe will come up here and into there. Alright, so we've got bitumen fuel into there. Alright. Now we're going to run this one out here. Go up so that we can go over the tracks. This one will do the same thing. Over the tracks. Through here and into there. And then this one will go. Well, am I not? I don't think I'm connected. Okay, there we go. Come on, go up and into there. And then from here, go up so we can clear the road. Clear the road. And oh, try that again. This way. Clear the road and then down into there. Alright, so that way this can kick out fuel and bitumen, which will be pumped out into these tanks from here. And we can load it on a train or into trucks, however we need to do. But the last thing we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and put in a foreign pipeline connection. And we're going to put that right there. Then we can take this to there, so we can continue to run roads out and down to there. That way, once this fills up and this fills up, everything we produce, we can just go ahead and pump it right out to the border and automatically sell it. Now we need to come over here. All right, so here's our setup. So I already kind of ran some pipes to start with, so I kind of know, because there's a limit to how far we can run pipes. So if you look, it's right at about 575 meters, and then our pipe's too long and we have to put in a pump. So from this one, right about there is about as far as we can go. So we're going to take a 3-in, 1-out pump, and we're going to set that right there. Okay, then we should be able to run this into... Alright, let's try that again, and then to there. And then this one into there. And that into there. Okay. Then we need another one of these right about here. And that is going to take this one into there. This one into there. And then we're going to take this pump and run it to that pump. Get rid of that. Then, oh, no, right there into there. This one into there. That into there. Okay. So the whole goal here is we're going to just keep consolidating down until we just have one pipe that's running the rest of the way. So we need, so this one can go to about here. There to there. Why are you giving me that weird angle? I don't know. That'll work. And that to there, okay. Then from here, right about there is all the farther we can go. So we will put another one here. That will go there. That one will go there. Get rid of that. That will all run into there. Come on. That one, come on, to there. Why? No. That'll work. That one to there. Come on, that one to there. All right, so that gets all of these. All of these are connected in. So all now we have to do is merge these two together and bring everything all the way over to there. So we can go out right there. Okay. And we can run to right about there. Too long. All right, so that's got to come back some still. All right. Let's put it there. Okay, that's there. Now this one comes over. To about there. To there, that's connected to there. So now we just have the one pipe left. Move this back. Try that again. Okay. And move this one. Oops, how far can we go? This to there. We're getting there. There. And of course, we still have to run power and everything all the way out here, but that's not as big of an issue. Let's run into there. You can go to... Can you make it? Can you make it? It's 464. All right, there we go. So that's it. So that's going to pull in all that oil. And then the only thing we'll have to do is once this is set up, we'll disconnect this and start pumping all that oil over here. So that's where we're going to leave it for today. I'm going to come in, run all the utilities, the water, the power, sewage, get all this set up and all the road network in, and we'll see how we go on the next episode. All right. Thank y'all. We'll see you later.